back. Okay, so first thing is it smells amazing, just like soursop. And if you read, you saw it says with pulp, so it has some of the fruit in there. I do inspect my can after I pour stuff in it just to make sure ain't nothing, in there because these things have a shelf life. But this is it here, and it is fire. Look. Hello, hello. Today I want to talk to you about Aunt Jackie. Aunt Jackie with it. Aunt Jackie with it. Mm, mm. So today is day 9. But I didn't really vlog about my intake today because it's kind of like the same. Yeah, so it's kind of like the same, just switching up the varieties of fruit and things. But you saw the drink, and I want to talk about the drink, the soursop drink. So there are different brands out there. I saw it going wild on the internet because when you start looking for stuff, you also attract some stuff, right? So algorithm be thinking they know me, but they don't, okay? But I saw a few pages talking about soursop juice. And I was like, okay, well, I go to the international markets. Let me roll around and see if I can find it. Not even trying to really go hard finding it because I'm not even big on canned drinks, right? So I do modify myself with coconut water because obviously, I live in the States. And yes, there are international markets that crack them. But like this place I go to now, they don't be cracking them all the time. Like their machine be down. So at one point there was. I don't know if they're going to start doing it again, but I'm going to keep looking. Because I see the setup, but it's like covered up. Right? So I do the coconut water in the container. As you see, I like to also pour 9 out of 10 times, pour my fruit juice out so that I could see if there's anything in there. Because, they got shelf life, but things can happen. I don't go into that mindset of it when I'm drinking it like I'm not a hypochondriac, like, oh my God, I gotta pour it out. Because if I'm traveling and it's conveniently easy for me to just open and drink it, I'm gonna do that. So the same thing with the soursop juice. So let's just say I'm gonna go and buy a freaking case of it. Yeah, or maybe 5. I don't know. So the soursop juice tastes like soursop. If you have not had soursop fruit before, find you some soursop and find somebody who's had it so that you know how to pick it. Because ripe fruit, it should be soft. You can eat it unripened too, but you could make it to a savory dish, like a fish, whatever. But anyway, staying on the fruit side of it, when it's ripe, it's nice and soft to the touch like mango. It's like a pineapple. I can't even explain the pineapple pear. Not crunchy like a pear. All right, pineapple. More so pineapple. Pineapple kiwi. But find somebody who you know who's had soursop so you could go buy some or buy one at least or try some of theirs. But if you could find a drink first with the pulp in it, you are a winner vegetable fruit dinner, okay? This is my first time having this in the can, and the can found me. Well, sort of. She stood out for me because I went around in the aisle that I was in. I was like, let me see. They got mango juice, they got coconut, they got lychee, they got mango juice, they got soursop juice. My goodness. And then you saw I turned the can around. It had those and only those ingredients. It's sugar content, whatever, if you into that stuff, blah, 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 is high. But it's only that in it. Ain't nothing else and no hidden ingredients. Now, speaking of another fruit that a lot of people like to have as a meat substitute or a fruit savory substitute, jackfruit is another fruit that if I find it in a can and it's savory and it's only one brand that I get this in the can for. There was another one, but these, I don't know who got hip, or maybe this company went out of business because it was just jackfruit and water. There was nothing else in it. Like, it was just that, right? Because a lot of times these fruits be in syrups and they got citric acid and they got yada 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 yada, and they be all like, you know, I'm good. So I wasn't having savory jackfruit for a while because you could use it as a substitute for just about anything. Like, a lot of people like to use it for pulled pork sub, right? And that's their business, because it gives that type of look. But this is the brand. I have this with me. Can you, let me see how they do that thing now. Yeah, that's the brand. Look at it. All right. And they have a way that you can make like vegan chicken salad on here, but I want to show you the ingredients. Let me see. Can you see it? Well, you can't really see it. I don't know if you can, but it's organic young jackfruit, water, sea salt, organic lime juice. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 ingredients. Four. You can find it in the regular supermarket. That's all I can tell you. I didn't even get this from the Asian market. I got this from a regular supermarket. Okay, so now the salt content is high, but the salt here is the third ingredient. But I'm guessing that the sea salt and the lime juice could be the citrusy, salty, content of this. The fiber is 7 grams. There's no sugars, none of that stuff. But yeah, I still rinse it, season it. This is fire. This is something that you should find and get. So if you look for it, you will find it. So people are always worried when they get on these type of journeys that they're gonna be hungry. But I feel like on any type of journey that you're on, if you're not prepared, just like if you don't go food shopping, you're gonna be hungry. Regardless if you eat junk food or not. If your house is empty, you're gonna be hungry. So you gotta be prepared and look for stuff ahead of time. So like now, if you do this, you prepare yourself and do stuff for X amount of weeks, but how far out, not far out, but in a close far. That don't make sense, but you get what I'm saying. You want to prepare yourself, be like, what am I going to do in like 2 weeks? Because I know I'm going to be bored with all of this stuff that I have here in 2 weeks. So let me prepare myself. Let me start looking, because this is how it starts. The internet, before the TikToks and the Instagrams and the Facebooks. I feel sorry for the group that was before me, because what I used to do, I was on the cusp of this switching lifestyles with food, but I was on the internet. So I would Google. Was it Google then? Okay. Yeah. But I'd be like, how to make vegan pancakes, how to make vegan cheese, how to make vegan cake. I was just like trying to substitute how to make vegan waffles, how to do vegan chicken, and the substitutes and things that they have now wasn't big like they was then. So take advantage of this. Get on the internet and do some research. and get yourself on a journey that's going to be better for you. Even if you're not starting here, but start where you are. And do exactly what I was just talking about, where you substitute one for one. All right, bet. I don't want the pancakes to look like this no more. I want to try like this. I want the vegan cornbread. I was making vegan cornbread, cake. People was eating it up. So they was like, yo, that tastes good. But these people was still eating meat too. But this is how it starts. So go out and start. I encourage you to start. I'm happy I'm now about to enter the double digits. Peace.